Welcome to this side of greatness. In my last video, we explored the kind of weaknesses that draws women to men for the sake of manipulating them. And we called it manipulatable vulnerability. And I said there are, let's hear it from the horse's mouth. It turns out that women will tolerate a weakness in a man for two reasons. Number one, and that's what happens in most of the cases, they observe the man, identify the weakness, and then they package themselves as the antidote to that weakness. That is the most common one. You know how we say? Now, number two, exploitable vulnerability. You will notice that in manipulatable vulnerability, a woman needs time. That time is called a relationship. So she will create a relationship so that she can position herself in a position of trust and comfort on the part of the man so that she can manipulate his vulnerability. And this one here, this is exploitable vulnerability. And here is how it works. She does not need to have a relationship with you. She just needs to exploit the need in you to have a relationship with her. The most common one, if I may start there, is the one of kukula fair. You will notice the woman who will kukula fair is not interested in sleeping with you, is not interested in coming to your house, but she exploits that weakness in you to have her come to where you are by telling you to set fair, and then she dips. Exploitable vulnerability. This one may not be so common, except, for the lower category of the people who said fair and the women disappear. But you will also find that women are very good at micro-targeting men, especially on social media. Micro-targeting men and figuring out what is their weakness. And the most successful of those women are the ones who figure out what is a man's type. So they position themselves in the viewpoint of this man, and then this man discovers them. They may even come to your inbox and say just two letters, H-I. Hi. And they leave everything else to you, Kenobia. let me make one distinction here. The distinction between manipulation and exploitation is when they are manipulating you. You as a man are made to believe you are benefiting. In the cases of exploitation, in the literal meaning of the word, the victim, the exploited, is never expected to benefit. But if Kenovia has been blinded by the woman who knows the right buttons to touch, the weakness in that man, that need you have to be seen with a good girl, that need you have to be surrounded by beautiful models at the club, that need is a weakness, and a woman knows instinctively to exploit that weakness. Exploitable vulnerability. You've seen that guy picks up a 21, 22-year-old model, tall, skinny, slender, with beautiful Instagram photos of her riding motorcycles, with her long natural hair. And when Akode was having that fake wedding, he paid her to be his plus one. And then he went a step further by renting a chopper. Exploitable vulnerability. That's how that shit works. That is how that shit works. There is no relationship there except for rumor of a relationship. Except for rumor for a senye. No senye exchanged hands. Exploitable vulnerability because of the weakness of the man. And to be fair, men are very good people. Men are kind, men are loving, men are generous, men are gentle. All those four things are also potential weaknesses. They are also potential weaknesses. And also, number 5, they trust way too much. There is a potential for a woman to exploit all those positive attributes on the part of the man. You know that saying? No good deed shall go unpunished. It comes from there. Men are generally very good people. They are kind, they are generous, they are loving, they are gentle, and they trust way too easily. It's a virtue, yes, but also a weakness. And if you look at all the exploitable manipulation that happens to a man, they all circumvent on that lieu of the virtues of the man. Your goodness is your undoing. Your kindness is your undoing. Your generosity is your undoing. Your gentleness is your undoing. Your trust is your undoing. That. Because, and the reason for it is, you can be kind, you can be gentle, you can be loving, you can be generous. But you have a need to exercise that attribute that you have. And the moment you have a need to exercise that, now that one now becomes a weakness. Now that one now becomes an exploitable vulnerability. And women know these things. That's why it's called character development. When the woman chews you and spit you out. Because you were nothing but kind to her. You are nothing but gentle to her. You are nothing but loving to her. You are nothing but generous to her. You are nothing but you entrusted your whole kavesa in your corazon on her. How did we get there? That is why character development hurts so much. So this need that a man has, and it's a very weird need to be loved by a woman. It's unnatural. It is unnatural for a man to want to be loved by a woman. That one now becomes a weakness. And the moment it becomes a weakness, it becomes an exploitable vulnerability. So now, women know where to look for those men. Women know how to tear them apart. It is your generosity. They sit there and they watch how generous you are with your time, with your resources, with your information. And they come on the inbox and they say, hi. And the end result of that is to exploit your vulnerability. Because your strength, from her point of view, is a potential vulnerability. That goodness you have, that's why women keep male best friends around, to exploit that goodness, to exploit that kindness, to exploit that softness, to exploit that trust. There is no saying exchanging hands. It can be used as a rumor, as a possibility, as a faraway promise. But if it falls in the category of exploitable vulnerability, then you know there is the exploited and there is the exploiter. And you, as a man, oftentimes, you are the exploited. So that's the difference between manipulatable vulnerability and exploitable vulnerability. You are not getting anything out of this. You have heard those recordings. You have seen those text messages. You have heard those hasty phone calls. Nisaidie na 50k nitakurudishia. She has no plan ya kukurudishia. She knows that and you know that. And you know why you know that? Because you know you have a weakness to be associated with her, to be her friend, to be seen with her. She is exploiting that. And women can turn a perfect stranger, especially in the age of social media, women can turn a perfect stranger into a candidate for exploitable vulnerability subject. In the inbox, hi. And then she makes sure that the first picture on her profile, on her post, is going to speak the rest of the magic. Cannot hear. Yana motwe guyeno.